Say it loud.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mike. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! Say happy birthday, Papa Mike.
Happy birthday, Papa Mike.
Happy birthday, Mike. Can't believe we've been together as long as we have, but it's been really great, and you have been a blessing to my life the entire time I've known you, and I am looking forward to many more years together.
He takes us boating.
My favorite thing about Dad is that he takes us boating.
No. Oh, I'm not ready. Not ready.
I like Uncle Michael because he's the craziest one in the family.
Mike has taught me many important and valuable lessons. I would not be the same person without Mike. Number one, he has taught me how to load the dishwasher. Spoons go here, forks go there, knives go there. It's very important.
Hey Dad, it's Elder Bolin here. So, Michelle asked me to make you some videos of what I think of you as a dad and as a person in general. Well, so see Dad, you're kind of like this painting right here. See it? Kind of majestic from a distance. And so it's majestic from a distance, and you're also pretty majestic from a distance. But as we get closer, as you can see, it's in its underwear. And sometimes you wander around in your underwear, which is fine. I mean, it's okay, you're old, and you might need a diaper pretty soon, but that comes with old age too.
It seems probably 15 years ago, he was pulling me on an inner tube on his boat up in the lake in Wyoming, and Tayton and Trenton told him that for some reason, I don't know why, that I was really good, that he'd never be able to throw me off. Well, he threw me off, and not only did he throw me off, I went off so bad that I lost my shorts, my swimming trunks in the lake, and had to find them and put them back on before the boat came back around again.
Before you could get out of the water.
So 15 years later, Michael's pulling Tayton and Trenton and asked me if it would be worth it to see them launched into the sky off of one of those, and I thought it would be. So I encouraged him to do them as good as he could. So.
One thing I love about my dad is just how dependable he is. No matter what you need, when, where, he will be there for you. Whether it's coming to tow your car out of the field that you drove into and got stuck in the snow or mud, or coming to Lee's because you locked your keys in your car with the engine running, he is there for you no matter what you need, and he's just willing to do it all the time.
So I'm supposed to describe Mike in 3 words or sentences or something. So I think of Mike, I think of funny, sarcastic, and great father.
Gray, mustachio, and boats.
Well, just one comment. Until Michael got out of high school, I probably would have traded him for a different model.
Well, I love him because he's a part of me and a part of his dad and a part of this family. And he really was a pretty good kid.
Well, Mike, I'm really glad we didn't trade you in for another model because you turned out to be pretty cool. And you remind me a lot of Dad. And that's a good compliment.
My favorite 3 words for Uncle Michael are Psycho Michael, Afro Man,
No, you can't.
and I don't remember.
And his hair. His hair never changes. Just like your hair. It's been the same since I've been a little kid. I've never seen it different.
Lesson number 2, how to fold laundry. I specifically remember him telling me how to fold towels. Thirds, people. It's not hard. Doesn't take you long. And then it's ready to go. Right on thing. But this is not appropriate. You gotta make sure that's tucked up.
Well, Uncle Mike's always gotten my name wrong. He always calls me Kaylee instead of Casey. I am Casey. But Uncle Mike is great. You will always make sure everyone's having a good time when we're together. And there's a bunch of us now, and so life can get kind of crazy and stressful, but you've always made sure that everyone's happy and that people have what they need. You and Lori supplied Bailey and I with a lot of our mission clothes, which was really helpful, and I will always be grateful for that. I'm grateful you're my uncle. You've taught me a lot, even though we don't see each other very often. I guess that's it. Love you, Mike.
Happy birthday, Mike. Thanks for being such a wonderful brother-in-law and taking care of Taylor for all that time. Thanks.
So how would I sum Mike up in 2 words? Super cuddly.
Fabio, called him that for I don't know how long, is always there when you need him. He's so dependable, and he's always the first person to help somebody, whether they're stranded on the side of the road with a tire popped or whatever. He is always the first to jump up and clean up chairs. He's just so service oriented, and he is funny, kind of goofy, and he thinks he's funny.
You know this super cuddly thing? I haven't seen that too much.
He is funny, mostly goofy.
And also you can see like his eyes follow you no matter where you look. And you're always watching us as children to make sure we didn't get in trouble. That's another quality I liked about you.
Sock Wars, anybody?
Mike doesn't do it much anymore, but he used to talk in his sleep quite a bit. And one night he jumped up and jumped on top of me, was like protecting me with his body. He goes, stay down, watch out, they're gonna see you. And to this day, I have no idea what he was protecting me from, but he was keeping me safe from something.
My favorite thing about Dad is that he's my dad.
So one time we were down in Colorado hunting deer the year after I graduated, or the same year I graduated from school. And it was really fun just to be down there with my dad all week, and just the 2 of us. And then Brad came down the last couple days, and I remember we found this group of deer, or Brad found a group of deer, told us about it, and we came and we were looking at them, and we got as close as we could, which was like 352 yards away. And Dad and Brad didn't have a lot of faith in my shooting abilities, which is probably valid. And they're like, well, you're gonna have to take the shot because that's as close as we can get. So I get on the deer, and I go, he's just a little tiny speck in the scope. And I'm praying, I'm like, man, I sure hope this works. And I shoot, and I nailed it. He just went down, boom. And the best part though was Brad was like, holy shiz, and then they were both freaking out more than I was freaking out. They were so surprised. So Dad, I'm glad you've always had faith in me.
You're also like those roses. Nice on the outside, kind of spiky, but you know, all around pretty good. Also, that sock. That's a good sock. And this frame, you're like a frame. I don't know how you're like a frame, maybe you like hold the family together or something. But yeah, as you can see, you're like this painting.
Mike is completely responsible for teaching me how to water ski and to love the boat and to love being out in the water. It's one of my favorite hobbies that I have.
So we were in college and there was a Halloween dance. And so I jokingly said to Mike, hey, he says, what are we gonna wear? And I said, well, you could wear my blue polypropylene long johns and you could be a ninja. And because he's a size bigger than me and they were tight on me, I figured there's no way he's going for this. But he thought, yeah, I could do that. And so he not only did he put the long johns on, he took his slippers and painted them with shoe polish, made his slippers black. So, and then he put a little sign on his back that said, I'm a ninja. And we walked in this dance and hardly anybody had costumes on. And of course he had this very tight-fitting thing on. And after about 10 minutes, he walked up to me and he said, we are leaving now. I have never been so embarrassed in my entire life. And then just a few weeks ago on Craigslist, I saw a ninja costume for sale. So I emailed the link to him and he looked at it and he says, it looks to be in very nice condition.
3 words that describe my dad. or describe you. I guess I'm talking to you.
But he is the best dad I could ever ask for, and he is always there.
3 words to describe Mike Bowen would be grade A punk.
Okay, when I think of Uncle Mike, he's very funny, he's a great sense of humor. Very outdoorsman, and he's very gracious for letting me come to his home for Sunday dinner.
So, say hardworking. That's a good one. That's one. Hardworking. Awesome. Awesome. He's awesome. He's pretty awesome. Hardworking. Awesome. And hilarious. You're pretty funny, Dad.
Just a story that about happened last year around this time. We told you that we hardly ever flipped us on the inner tube, and then not until last year on the inner tube that you're not supposed to be able to flip somebody on. You flipped me and my brother over in the lake last year, and it hurt. Sent my brother flying, maybe a foot in the air, but I just wish you a happy birthday.
Like pears feet. Mike taught me the importance of safety first, whether it was riding a bike with your helmet or wearing a life jacket on the boat. I'm sure there are other things. Safety first, people. Trampoline. Jumping on the trampoline safely.
I mean, most of your humor relates around farts, but let's face it, farts are pretty funny. So, those are 3 words to describe my dad. It doesn't really spell anything. I mean, hardworking, awesome, hilarious. That's ha. See, you are funny. See, ha.
Just want to wish you a happy birthday, Michael. I know that you are the child that displaced me as being the youngest and the most preferred child in the family. So, but I still wish you a happy birthday. But I was wondering, if you got some nice presents for your birthday. I know that when we were growing up, you gave the family a .22 rifle for Christmas. But unfortunately, none of the rest of us ever got to shoot it. And I think that you probably still have it in your gun collection. So basically, you gave yourself a gun for Christmas and disguised it as a present for the rest of us. But we all know how that goes, huh, Mike? Hope you enjoy your birthday, and that's why I just send you a card. Happy birthday.
Well, Uncle Mike, I'm Bailey, also known as Basie. Never Kaylee though, that's Casey. And I guess I haven't seen you a lot in the last couple of years because we don't travel as much anymore. But you are an awesome uncle. I'm so grateful for you and that you're always so willing to help people. And you're always so willing to go do stuff with the family too. Like, you just say, okay, well, we're gonna go take the boat out today, and then you do, and you do all of this work so that people can have fun. And I'm grateful that you've always been very willing to help anyone, no matter where they are. Like, you helped Casey and I with our missions by giving us a bunch of clothes, and mission clothes are really hard to find, so that was so wonderful. And I'm grateful that you teased my mom a lot when she was little, because it makes some of the best stories from her childhood that she loves to tell us now. I'm just grateful that I have such an amazing uncle like you, and I love you.
Happy birthday. Thanks for being a great uncle.
Well, I thought about mentioning something about fart jokes, but I decided against it this time, so you have to forgive me on that one. But on a more serious note, Mike is just an incredible man. He is very intelligent, very caring, not looking for he's not looking for people to see what he does. He just simply cares about them. As a father-in-law, he's been awesome. He's so supportive, and I'm really lucky to have him as a father-in-law. And I will say, without a doubt, he's the best father-in-law I've ever had. So, thanks, Mike. Happy birthday.
One thing I really admire about my dad is his willingness to sacrifice for those he doesn't know or for those who are in his family. I don't know how many times this summer I told my dad, hey, do you want to go boating Saturday morning? And you know, even if he had plans of doing yard work or something else, he sacrifices his time to take us boating and do something fun for us. And you know, when Steph and I got married, he gave us both a bunch of frequent flyer miles so that we could go on a really cool honeymoon. And I know he would have loved to use those for a hunting trip instead, but you know, he gave those to us, which was really nice. And all growing up, he was constantly doing things for other people and just, you know, dropping things off at their house anonymously or doing all sorts of things like that. And he's just really taught me how to serve others and to sacrifice for those that you love and those around you.
So, sometimes, Dad, you're like this chocolate cake. You are all the meaning in the world. The only thing that keeps me going.
Well, Mike, you're 55. I hate to tell you a startling fact, but now you're closer to 60 than you are to 50. Does that make you feel good? Makes me feel good because now you're getting closer to my age.
So Mike might be super cuddly, but I also have a list of things that I admire about him. First and foremost, I just have a lot of respect for Mike. He's kind of like the ideal father-in-law. Somebody who you can respect easily because of the family that he's raised. I love each and every one of his kids, especially Stephanie. And, you know, I can tell that he loves them because of the self-sacrifice and the things that he does for each one of his children. I am extremely impressed with how hard he works, and I also kind of like that sometimes we tend to think alike. So that's pretty neat. And anyway, Mike, happy 55th, and have a good one.
Well, I like how my dad is always, you know, there if I need advice or anything. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's about work or school, or, you know, when I was buying my truck, he went out there and looked at it with me, and he's always there when I need it. And he always makes fun of me when talking about girls, but other than that, he's always there when I need it.
I love that Dad always gave my violin recitals and to all my concerts.
Mike has also taught me how to be a good neighbor. He is always constantly helping people fix things. He's a handyman, and whenever you have a question, you just call Mike. He can figure it out. Along those same lines, he's also taught me how to be a good, loyal friend. And he's taught that by example. He's always been by my dad's side and always been there through the ups and downs of life, and I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for him. I love that Mike is a manly man, but on the inside he's just a soft teddy bear. There's this soft side to Mike that is that I just love, and when he bears his testimony or when he talks about his kids or his wife, you can see what a tender-hearted man he is.
Another thing about my dad that, unless you're really close to him, you might not know, is that he's a giant goofball. Whether it's having sock wars or just laughing at your mom jokes or whatever. Or, you know, for example, yesterday when we were boating, my dad's standing on the back of the boat and he was trying to balance, and then he just starts dancing like this, and we about died laughing. And so I love that he is a giant goof, even though he pretends to be so serious all the time.
So I remember one time I was really little. Michelle and I still lived upstairs, and we shared that room across from theirs with the bunk beds. And I remember one day I crossed the street without permission, and Mom got so mad. She put me on my bed and she said, "You just wait till Dad comes home." And I laid there and I thought, I'm dead. He's gonna kill me. And I was so scared, I started to cry. His dad was coming home. I was in big trouble. I remember laying there looking up at the bottom of Michelle's bed, thinking this was the last moment I was gonna be alive. Then my dad walks in, looks all serious and looks at me and he goes, do you know I don't want you to cross the street alone? And I said, because I'll get in trouble? And he said, no, it's because we love you. And we want you to be safe. And he hugged me. So that taught me more than coming in and being all mad. I don't know, it's stuck with me all these years, so love you, Dad.
But really, Mike's awesome. You know, it's actually very hard for me to talk about him because he's the best. He's taken very good care of me over the years. He's so generous to me. He has a wonderful wife and 5 great kids that I love as if they were my home. He fixed my basement, he did my tile, he worked on my hot tub roof, and then he told me to put the trim around the doors, and then when I was finished he said, you did that backwards. But that's my brother, the perfectionist. He has a beautiful home that he lets me come to anytime. He's a good father, he's a good husband, he's a great brother, and I love him very much. Happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday, Mike.
But let's face it, Dad, you're also like this guy. Got a really nice goatee. Because he has a really nice goatee. But basically, you're also a lot of the other Christ-like attributes as well. And that's pretty awesome.